of the Uber Binteger Live, block away from my pickup location. I happened to pass right by it on the way here, but here we are. I'm just still savoring this sunshine and somewhat melting, which could freeze later, which is a bit of a concern, but for the time being, I am savoring it, which is awesome. Oh, looks like I'm meeting my rider at the University College. Yeah, looks like it. Alright, let me unlock the door here. Turn the corner here. I'll need some more room, I think, for my rider. So, let's have a look here and see what we're gonna do. Let's move some of my things over here. An XL is like a larger capacity ride, so they will most likely need all of the space possible. Oh, or maybe just the space in the back. We'll make one nonetheless. Alright, let's go help. These guys are on here like, nah, here. We can accommodate, no problem there. No, I'm kidding. Keep on coming. What are these things?
It's camera equipment.
Is that what it is?
We're gonna go do a documentary interview.
You don't say. Here? You are welcome. Come on in.
Wait, do I need to go in the middle?
Probably.
Okay. Okay, buddy.
Listen, the snow is slippery. I have already
Well, hello.
Hey, bestie.
so much in your pocket. Kind of crazy.
So you guys are doing a documentary, you said?
Yes.
Man.
I'll just hold you.
Hi, so,
Trevor. Give him something else to do.
who's Trevor?
That's Trevor. Right back
Trevor,
there.
how do you do? Trevor and Company.
Trevor and Company. That's what our production company will be called.
By the way, guys, I have a live stream going on, so just watch what you talk about so that you don't incriminate yourself. Yeah, my pleasure.
Has that happened before? Have you
What's
had
that?
When you're on the live stream with somebody in the car?
No,
Themselves?
no, it's just, no, it hasn't. I've only recently included the live stream component, but I was thinking, how can I like safeguard privacy for one on a live stream, while also giving like heads up saying, hey, just so you know, because usually it's just recorded. Yeah. So it's sort of my attempt in saying, how can I think through this here? Well,
Plus, it's kind of interesting. I don't know. It's kind of like a creative art project almost in a way.
I love that. I didn't think of it that way, but you could totally see it that way.
Or like a performance art piece.
Well, performance, I would agree with that in a bit of a twist, because I think we're all actors in society. I think we're all actors, like acting our way through, you know, presenting like an image that we want people to buy, and it may not resonate with who we truly are. And so my interest is conversations that get a little closer to home base of like who a person truly is, but that involves trust.
For sure.
Right. But I appreciate candid, unchoreographed settings.
This is the best car to have gotten into on the way to the world interview. You picked up a bunch of film students on their way to set. It's the best.
Okay, tell me some insights you're seeing from your side. Why is it amazing?
I think it's just like
By the way,
narratively.
sorry to interrupt you. I like the colors.
Thank you. I appreciate
Well done,
it.
especially the socks.
Thank you.
Those are like lime green.
Yeah, ish. They're like lime green and polka dotted.
Carry on. I was interrupting him.
I think it's like narratively poignant that we're like on our way to go film things and like what
About
is
identity.
yeah, and like about identity.
Yeah.
What is like documentary is ostensibly like a very like supposed to be very honest medium, but in
Yeah.
a lot of ways it's very choreographed.
Yeah.
And so like it's interesting to like get in a car with somebody who's doing what is like a live stream, and which is what's going to be the more actually poignant and true version of what like a documentary is supposed to be and how it's supposed to make people feel, right? So it's just like very, interesting.
I love that. That's a really cool insight. I like that. I must confess, so you guys are doing this on purpose as far as like the camera stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm doing it out of necessity.
Okay.
So it's not my interest,
Yeah.
but I've had to do so much like investigation and trying to learn my ropes on how to like present my message, my content.
Yeah.
So I have to like, dip into your side of the pool and say, okay, what do I need to be aware of? So I'm still not technical at all.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just part of that dynamic of telling a story, really, right?
Well, and I think sometimes the things we learn out of necessity, but along the way with our main goals, can sometimes be the most useful and important lessons.
Yeah.
Like I know the things that I've learned out of necessity have been the most useful in life.
Yeah.
I like that. Additionally, would you say, hold on, I should find out from you guys. Once upon a time, before like video and cameras were in the picture, people had to read stuff.
Yeah.
They had to use their imagination. But now with the advent of like videos/pictures, people don't have to necessarily use their imagination as much. Is there any sense from you guys as students of this craft of like saying, oh, are we missing something here, or not at all?
I think because we're all pretty avid readers along.
No way.
Yeah.
Along with media as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for us personally, no, but I think we notice it within the outer world and the people we're presenting to.
Yeah, there's the constant, like, I don't think I know any creatives who are not, like, avid enjoyers of several mediums. And for like, most people, I think, like, books and the written language is, like, our first foray into, like, art in itself, right?
I
and
like that,
but picture books come at the same time, right? So this idea of, like, telling stories through images is very, I think, inherent to human experience in the modern day. But I do think there is something lost a little bit in translation when not everybody who like you're sending out your art to is seeing it in the same vein of art, right? So a lot of people watch movies, watch TV shows as just pastime, which is perfectly fine, but they're not they're not actively engaged. So maybe there is something lost in translations. You do have to use a lot more imagination even just to engage in reading a book casually, right? So
Why did you guys choose this path in life?
I think it varies for everybody.
Yeah.
I think personally I stumbled upon the love of film and production and that sort of thing just through several coincidences of originally my thought was like I did a lot of high school technical theater stuff it was like I wanted to go into theater for a while, but then I kept realizing what it was that I was trying to do and the art that I was trying to make, the stories I was trying to tell, it became clear that like the love of watching films extends more into the actual desire to make films as well. So it just kind of pivoted from a love of theater, I think.
I agree with that because although have I did do the theater shenanigans, but I also have a special effects degree for movie and TV, so I was in the film industry before this, but it was kind of the same thought process where it came along the difference of interpreting someone else's stories to creating your own stories, or getting to like present other people's stories from your own creative perspective and not just seeing a script and turning it into something, but actually having that whole process. But I've also kind of always been in the film industry. So.
And like,
Do you guys prefer to be behind the camera or in front of the camera?
Behind the camera.
Behind the camera.
But
And why? Why is that?
I think
Shyness? I'm totally shy too. I'm kidding, I'm not. You can see it. Like, so world, here I am. Anyway,
I think it's the creativity that you get behind the camera. And like just seeing your work come to life. Like as much as you get that in acting, because I've done extra work and things like that. It's completely different kind of feeling. It's like your baby coming into existence from behind the camera, whereas in front of the camera, it's like you're like, wow, I did that. From behind the camera, you're like, wow, this is an incredible piece of art.
It almost makes me think of like the chef in the kitchen who doesn't get the credit as much for the work he does, but he does like the lion's share of the work.
Yeah.
Do you feel that way too?
Yeah.
In a lot of ways, like I feel like actors get the most credit in film and TV, right?
Yeah.
In the broader society, and then under like next to that, it's your writing teams and your directorial teams who get a lot of credit.
Yeah.
But even that's still like most of them at the highest echelons are still only like B, C-list celebrities, right?
Sure.
But then like I think the bulk of the creative work is every small creative and functional decision made by the teams, right? And I think that's like a really beautiful culmination of then you get to stand behind a camera or stand in rehearsals or in like on actual filming days on set and just get to see as all those small decisions that you had to make all day and all week and all month and all year, right, have just come together into this little like piece in this one moment.
It's much more like a group effort behind the camera. Like we're all very close whenever you're in a team behind the camera, whether you've met each other before or not. You're instantly friends because you have to be, and you're gonna work it out.
I love that. Trevor, I just wanted to let you know we forgive you for interrupting this conversation as often as you have so far. Say your face down. Okay. The other curiosity I had is, as you guys are launching off in your studies and so on, do you have like fantasies you hope one day to fulfill in the midst of what you're curating as far as your craft right now?
I think everybody does to some extent, no matter what craft you're in.
Yeah.
Okay. As far as your guys, what is it? I would love to hear.
Honestly, I want to be able to like film in diverse locations. Like just the opportunity to like use film and creativity as like a way to get like into very different like parts of the world and that sort of thing, and just really like go places, meet people, and especially like hiring and like creating with people from those places. I think is really like an exciting little fantasy of mine, is just being able to experience those sorts of things, you know?
Yeah.
Love it.
It's kind of like along with that is like I'd also like to like travel and meet all these different types of people, but I'd love to work with a bunch of different types of people simply because I would like to kind of lessen the gap that we have between a lot of marginalized communities, whether that be, you know, based on gender, race, just general proximity. And I think there's a lot of people in the world that have a lot of really great stories to tell that we haven't had a chance to hear from yet on a public scale or a global scale.
Oh, I love that you say that. Yeah. I love that you say that because even in my, if I were to share a little bit of my fantasy, let me tell you just a little. So, as I make my space on the social media landscape, one of the things I refuse to do is play by the rules that sometimes are dictated, saying here's how you gain more prominence. You gain more prominence by like having who's who like attached to your brand, and you kind of work your way up that way. I'm like, screw that. I want to just talk to the everyday common people.
Exactly.
And in so doing, I want to be able to showcase that we all have some brilliant, amazing insights and experiences worthwhile, like, you know, experiencing. So I'm gonna at one point in my progression get my dream car, which is you know, the modest Phantom, like the Rolls Royce Phantom, you know, just modest. But here's the thing though, with that vehicle continuing to drive for Uber, like with the Uber platform, but I'm only going to have it available on the Uber X option, not the Uber Comfort or anything like that. It's just, again, the everyday people. Again, just to do what I'm able to do, and showcasing stories of everyday normal people as a way to say, societally, this is inaccessible to so many, but here we are enjoying something that is off limits per se, but in so enjoying it, the real question that I want to explore with my online following is this kind of connection on the human level powerful enough to eclipse even the salivating, you know, response about holy crap, like I've never even like been like 10 meters close to this beast of a luxurious, you know, vehicle, right? And so that would be something that I want to. So you were reminding me of that when you're like, you want to showcase people's stories through that medium, right?
Well, and everybody who you ask, it doesn't matter who you ask, whether it's the normal Joe or one of the A-list celebrities, you ask them what their most like unreal experience is. Every single person has a story about that, and just because someone's famous, honestly, generally they tend to have slightly more boring lives
Yeah.
than you're like average everyday Joe.
And like so many of those like most insane stories are stories of like average like connection with one another, you know, like this like a very everyday experience that was just made subtly better, you know. So like I think like that's the beauty of like working with other people, right? Is you just get to you have so many opportunities to talk and so many opportunities to get to know these like average stories that were made so much more extraordinary by like one small event, right?
I love it, yeah.
I think that's like the real beauty of the art form is all of the meta interactions you get to have while making it and that you can see come through in the final products, you know?
Additionally, do you consider the power you have when you hold a camera?
Yeah.
Because like even when I go with my selfie stick and I have like my whole display in front of me, people are drawn in. They're like, "What's going on?" And they want to be on the. So there's a powerful sort of space you have when you're standing behind the camera. And people are like, "I want to be seen. I want to be like." Yeah, so that's pretty cool too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I have two things. One, I don't know your names, except for Trevor, so I need to find out your names. And then secondly, I also wanted to make a request. Let me start off with names. What's your name?
My name is Briar.
Briar. Nice to meet you, Briar. You in the middle are?
Nikki.
Nikki, how's it going?
Pretty good.
And
I'm Callie.
Callie. I was going to guess Callie. I was not going to guess Callie. That's... Okay, just in the last minute here, I wanted to ask a question, but also I wanted to highlight and celebrate a no answer. So all I need is one no from y'all, okay? It's a gut response, and I want you to say it with confidence because I celebrate those. I would love to be able to gain consent on the recording here. I would love to share that with my followers. I love this conversation. I think it's one worthwhile sharing, but like I say, not everyone is designed to like be featured online. Especially because some. So all I need is one no from y'all to say thank you for that.
I'm good with it, but yeah, we're all fine with you.
Yeah. Trevor, Callie, you as well?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. And Trevor, you're good?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Again, I just want to make sure you don't feel compelled to
We
say it.
appreciate that.
This is okay.
Yes.
This was an incredible conversation.
Yeah, no, this is
We'll remember this Uber ride.
Yeah.
You can see why I enjoy my job. I appreciate you being part of it though too.
In a lot of ways, I think you achieve your desired like reaction from people. At least in this conversation of like how inviting people into this space that seems a little bit like reserved, because not all the time is it like that everyday people get to have like interactions where they're being interviewed, asked about their thoughts and feelings and these like deeper questions. You know?
Yeah, we do the interviewing normally.
Yeah. I love that. And the thing is, even if it was a no answer, it would just have been as good for me. Like, because I don't know, I savor experiences, especially on the human level. We're not across the street, I'm guessing, right? It's
Yes, right over
Let's
there.
see if I can turn around this way and see if you guys are crossing the street as well.
Across the street, we don't mind.
My aim is to save you steps, so I am delighted to do so. Let's try this way. No,
We
but
appreciate you.
oh, thank you. I feel it. I feel it. And look, the stars align, or the sun, in such a way that we can make this work. So you guys are interviewing these guys,
Yes.
Yeah.
and making like a project out of
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
Ah, amazing. I'm so thrilled I met you all.
Thank you so much.
Let me help you grab your stuff in the back.
Pretty Nikki.
I have so many questions, but oh, that's a solid sand there. It's nice and heavy. Solid. Nice to meet you. Thank you so much. See you again. My pleasure. Bye. I do, yeah. Yeah, my car's with y'all.
My favorite part about filming Jason's cars. I love
Oh, do I have enough? Yes, I do.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
We're definitely going to check you out.
Yes, we look forward to seeing this.
Thank you. And yeah, you'll be on there too. In a few days. Cool.
Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
It's been great already. That's so much fun. All right, I gotta send some people home here because they are not playing by the rules here. Okay, that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that conversation. Was that amazing? Sounds zesty, says Donovan. Hello, Eunice. I'm well. How are you, brother? Be careful. Donovan, they were amazing. So let me just do a couple of things here by way of blocking some folks who are not playing by the rules. Okay, there we go. Friends, thanks for joining in on that live stream. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Unexpected, right? Unexpected. Oh, it was so good. So you'll see them featured on this video that I'm stopping here in a couple of days when I get that all sorted. But in the meantime, I will catch you all on the next live stream, which is probably number 8, I believe. So talk to you soon.